Hi there everyone, it's Ashley with you with this week's Saturday Showcase featuring Color Pop butterflies. I love butterflies and I hope you do too. So in this video it's going to be all about butterflies and making them literally pop. The rest of the team has put together some wonderful projects bringing those butterflies to life, and I just love that so much. So I'm going to try to do the same thing in my video to share with you today and show you a few ways you can use the Color Pop butterflies kit, because there's a lot of stuff in here. Alright, so I'm going to be showing you how to make a card, and the best thing about this card, I'm going to show you on it face down, but I want to show it to you like this too, is this feature here, how it opens up and those butterflies just pop right open, and it's easy to replicate and do. I kind of went overboard with the amount of 6 butterflies on the interior of my card, but you can use fewer and it'll work a little bit better, I think. But I love having this pattern. I wanted to repeat the pattern in the same colors. So let's get started, shall we? Alright, so I have here, I wanted to show you the first things first about Color Pop butterflies. First, in this kit you get the stamp set, and in this stamp set, just note that it stamps really mainly the butterfly details, okay? It also includes 2 sentiments, for you and you make me. Doesn't make sense right now because it coordinates with the die. Alright, so you have details for the larger butterfly in the actual design, a couple of medium-sized ones here, and then a smaller one too. So you have details for that. You also have details for the stamens for flower centers. So you have a 3-cluster flower center here, one flower center here at the stamen, and then you have details for the actual veins for leaves on this one. All right. Next, I'll just go ahead and talk about the dies. You have about 9 dies in this set. Again, you have a large butterfly, that's this one, a couple of medium size, the small. Here is the 3-cluster flower die, the single flower die, the leaf flower die, the word die, which reads "So Happy" in a scripted font, and then this pennant banner that coordinates with these stamps here, for you and you make me. So the sentiments, of course, you have "So Happy," and it can say "So happy for you," and you can put "for you" on the pennant, or you can say "You make me happy," and you can put the "You make me" on the pennant or not. This kit also comes with 3 different stencils. You have the flower stencils here, all right, and again, remember, you can use the actual stamens to finish off the flower centers. Next up, you have the medium and small butterflies along with the leaf stencils here. Again, coordinates with the medium size details for the butterfly stamps here, and the leaves for the veins could be stamped there. And then you also have the larger stencil here, which I will be using in this video to show you how to use it, which coordinates with the larger butterfly. All right, so 3 different stencils. You can build a pattern by itself, each individually by itself, or you can basically layer all of the stencils, 3 of the stencils together, one at a time, stenciling one at a time, and then create your own pattern if you want to do it that way too. The kit also comes with pattern paper. There's different pattern papers here. You have the dark chocolate, and it comes with a pattern design with the flowers and the butterflies on the left and bottom, or all over. And you also have KaiserCraft, again the same types of patterns there. You have True Black, alright, same patterns there. Looks really nice when you have it with different kind of colors that pop off of these patterns. And then you have the Fine Linen, okay, and there's also a Smokey shadow as well, okay. Lastly, there is a soft stone, okay, and the soft stone is also in here. I think I've used the other stuff, the other piece of the soft stone. There it is. There's the soft stone. The great thing about this kit is it also comes with these pre-printed and already detailed flowers, leaves, and butterflies. So you can just die cut them out and they're just ready to go. So you don't have to use the stamps or the stencils. You can just use this part of the pattern paper for quick and easy cards, which I love that idea. And you can just go from there. All right. Alright, so I'm going to move this stuff to the side here and just show you one more time here. Is this card that I'm going to be making today, a version of this card. I'm not going to make this exact same one because I'm going to be using different colors and things like that, but I'm going to show you how to do it and then how to make that butterfly pop like that when you open it. So the card kind of just transfers over. So happy. I just left off anything here because I wanted to bring it over to the interior to finish it off for you, okay, and kind of have that there. Alright, so the first thing I want to point out, here's my card front. I like to work with the card front sometimes so I can move it around if need be. Alright, and I use this charmed die here. This is called Charmed. It's a frame die, and it kind of went with the gemstone type of product collection introduced many years ago, but I thought this would be very pretty, so I just chose to use this one. Alright, so since I had already on my original card, you know, we don't throw away things, right? I already cut this out from Hawaiian Shores and another one from Aqua Mist. So what I'm going to do for the card that I'm going to create on camera is take the Aqua Mist version and build it, okay, with the Hawaiian Shores interior right here, like so. Alright, so first things first is to get this adhered to the card front. So I'm just going to take some adhesive and kind of get that to settle in there. It's kind of tricky when you have these extra pieces. If you take your time, you can kind of overlap everything and get that detailed contrasting cardstock inlay piece that I put in there to lay down as well. If not, you can always take some liquid adhesive and adhere it. No big deal. Alright, the next step I want to do to replicate this card here is, I'm just going to put this down so we can see it so it weighs itself down there so you guys can see it with me. But I'm going to need are some rhinestones, which are right here, is going to be my next step, and also this pierced oval frames die cut out of Stamper Select white cardstock. So I'm going to do that right now. So here is my pierced oval frame, okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and add the rhinestones because I find that it's easier to embellish the rhinestones at this stage than after you've already adhered some of the elements. Alright, now that that's finished, I'm going to take my frame and then add some foam adhesive around my frame with some foam dots. Alright, the next thing I want to do is take a piece of cardstock. This is Stamper Select cardstock, and I'm going to take some Aqua Mist ink and my ink blending tool. Actually, I'm going to get a little bit darker this time. Let's do Hawaiian Shores. And I'm just going to ink blend a little bit there. And what I'm going to do is take the So Happy I'm gonna take the So Happy die and place it so some of it's on the white and then some of it is on the gradient of the actual blended of the cardstock. Alright, so here it is, and here is my die already die cut. I'm just going to take my tweezers to kind of pop this out a little bit. I made my sandwich pretty tight because I was cutting something in detail, so this looks really pretty like that too. So I'm just going to take tweezers and pop these negative die cuts out of the letters so that my word comes through nice. And the next thing I'm going to do is just put it on here. Alright, so if you find that you want some more ink, you can add it. So I'm just going to just try to dab a little bit more on here, just a little bit, just to make it a little bit darker. I just think it just will pop a little bit more if I kind of dabbed a little bit more on there. But that's my fix it quick tip. But see, it did pop a little bit more. Alright, so now I'm going to take a little bit of adhesive and put it on these ends here that will touch the frame. I'm going to place it at an angle again and try to get rid of any of this excess adhesive that I got on there by accident. And it just pops up there by itself. Okay. So the next step I want to do is take my pattern paper here and the coordinating dies and find some that I want to use like I did here. Alright, so I think I'm going to use that one, and I'll use this one, and I still want that pink one I think, so I'm going to use the pink one over here. So to run it through, since I have a couple to do, I'm going to go ahead and do some, I'm going to do the pink butterfly here and the leaves on this one first. Okay, so now that I have everything die cut, I'm ready to adhere everything. So I'm just kind of bending my butterflies a little bit because I like the way that looks, mix them. Finished. I'm going to put this one here. I'm going to put that one there. I like to bend my flowers and my die cuts a little bit. Just gives them some dimension and depth, and makes it so they're not looking so flat. So I like to do that. Even if they're not actually raised from the actual card with a foam adhesive. Alright, so now that this is done, this is my card front. Turned out pretty well, comparison. I'm just going to do the interior now. To do that, you need a stencil. Okay, I'm going to put this out of the way. And now I'll showcase this one. you need a stencil, the large one, and I'm just going to show you using Hawaiian Shores ink. And basically you're just going to stencil the butterflies in whatever ink color you want. You can do a gradient, you can do a couple of different colors if you wanted to. That would be really pretty, and blend them together, which I can kind of show you really quickly how that would even look. So if I wanted to put some pink on here and blend that in on one of them and make it kind of purpley, that would work there. If I wanted to put some yellow, I could do that on another one, like this one. These are the options that you have with stenciling. And it's really quick and easy to do. Now is where the stamping comes in, because you need to, or you don't need to, but you can add the details. So I'm going to add this one here. Since I use Hawaiian Shores, I'm going to use Tropical Teal for the detail. Next I do the interior of the body here, center part. And last I'll do the body, butterfly body center. And that's how the stenciling works. So you can do this with any of these stencils, whether I'm choosing to do it this way and build a pattern on my actual paper, add flowers here or there. And remember, stencils are movable, so it doesn't have to be positioned in the same spot, but it gives you that option. What I'm going to do is basically die cut these from the cardstock like this, and then I'll pop them out and then I get the die cut. So, but in the interest of time, I already have some of them already stenciled, stamped, and die cut. Alright, and that's just because I wanted to make this video as quickly as I could for you guys. Alright, so since in my initial card I had the For You stamped, and I like to do that at the end because I want to make sure I place it just right. So my initial card here, as you can see, there are a lot of butterflies. They really don't stretch out as they could. So I kind of want to show you how it looks if you didn't have as many in there. So I'm going to maybe choose about 4. So remember how I scored them, and I did that for a couple of reasons. Number one, it makes them easy to do, but number two, you're going to like stack them together like that. So you only want, glue dots can work too. But you only want that top part up at the top glued together. So I'm only gluing that top section up here, and I'm holding it together. This actually looks really cool too, right? So I'm going to fold them, and I'm going to keep going. On the right wing, on the back of the right wing, I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive. This time I'm going to add a pink butterfly. Adhere it there at that top part, and then I'm going to fold it. And then I'm going to do it at least one more time, and add another blue one. I'm just folding it and stacking it to have kind of like an accordion fold after I've done that. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. I see how this stretches out once this dries a little bit. If I can add another one. You want to let this set really good. So I think I'm going to add one more at least. I'm not going to add the 6th one, but I'm going to add one more. Because I want my butterflies to have a nice wing stretch there on the interior. So I think 5 is a good number. If you want to do 6, you can. 5 is a great number. I'm still going to do my 6th one because I want my pattern to be even. And the key part of this is making sure that it's dry. So what I'm doing is I'm holding it at that vulnerable sticky point at the top part of the wings, and I'm kind of like pinching it and pulling it at the same time so that when it does extend, it'll do so without pulling apart. And again, make sure that they're dry. That's key. I'm kind of speeding it up for this video. Alright, so of course you can do some ink blending on here. I think will be really pretty. Some watercolor just for some more color and movement, but I'm keeping mine plain here. And what you want to do is on the right side, again, at that little dot of adhesive, put it where you want it, stack it all up again, add that little dot of adhesive on the other wing, and close it. Then pinch again to get that to adhere to the actual card base, the front and the back. Make sure that's dry first. I'm just going to go ahead and add my stamp where I want it because it's going to say "So Happy," and I'm going to add "For You." The last thing I want to do is take my card front, add some adhesive to the back, so here's the finished card. You have "So Happy," "For You," and the butterflies pop open. Really pretty, beautiful color pop butterfly card. And that's how it closes up. It just will pop open, pop close. Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed this week's video showcasing ColourPop Butterflies kit, little mini kit, which is really not too many because you get a whole lot. And I hope I gave you some ideas and ways to use it. Again, you don't have to use everything on one card like I did. You can make simple cards, you can make so to speak complicated cards, intricate, detailed, or technique kind of cards, or you can combine them like I did. Either way, it's all fun, it's all having good creativity juices flowing and enjoying yourself in the process, and of course sharing that handmade card, right? So until I see you next week, I'm Ashley Newell for Paper Tray Ink. You guys have a great weekend. Bye.